Good morning. It is Sunday, not Saturday. It's Sunday this time. It's tentative. It's Chris. I have another pull list for you. I'm a little late on this one. I apologize. I had a few personal issues that prevented me from recording this early, but I am here. I have some awesome comics for you this week. Forgive me. I promise I will try not to do it again. Life happens, and when it does, I try to still make sure that I get things out for you. So just bear with me. I promise I will do my best to make sure this never happens again. I'm not going to promise it won't happen again, but I will do my damnedest to make sure that it doesn't. So, um, again, I got a pull list for you. I have five awesome comics for you. One of them is really important to understand something very confusing, but the others are really awesome too this week. So, without further ado, let's jump into it and we can get you some awesome comics that you might want to check out. I'm going to start off with a big one. I talked about the first issue and I really enjoyed it, and the second issue still make me enjoy it. It was a hard decision because it wasn't as great as the first issue, but it's still good. I'm talking about Chewbacca number 2, Star Wars Chewbacca number 2. Gary Duggan and Phil Nato have made another awesome book. It's not as great as the first book was when they introduced Chewie to this situation, but it's still a solid read. Chewie and Zaro are in the thick of it now. Zaro has convinced Chewie to help her out and help her save her people and free her planet from the Scum Lord Jano and or Juno, sorry. And Chewie has basically said, you know what, I know what it's like. I've been there, so let's get this done. And it is great. Chewie gets into a few situations he really rather not be in, but because he has a heart of gold, he does what he can to make sure that Zaro and her people become free. There's a nice cliffhanger ending on this because you're going to wonder what happens to Chewie and how he gets out of a little situation. But definitely pick this one up if you're a Star Wars fan, if you're a Chewbacca fan, whichever one is, and you love it. Just check this one out. My next one is one of Marvel's number ones. I've been doing a lot of reading of the Marvel number ones, and this one is definitely something that's going to stay on my pull list because this first issue is awesome. I'm talking about Angela, Queen of Hell. Margaret Bennett, Kim Jacinto, and Israel Silva have made an awesome, awesome book. Pretty, gorgeous visuals. The story is awesome in this one. Basically, Angela has gone to hell to save her love. And I'm not talking double L, I'm talking one L. And there she has to deal with Hela, the true queen of hell, or the current queen at this moment. And she's going in there to do a little rescue mission for Sarah, her lover. And I enjoyed this because it jumps right into it. There's a lot of pop culture references, there's a lot of action, and it jumps right into it. And it places you at a point where it shows Angela is now the queen of hell, but it doesn't tell you how she got there until a little bit later, and it starts building up beautifully. Definitely pick this one up. Definitely read this one if you're a fan of the character Angela, or if you're more of the fan of the Asgardian lore or the Thor lore from Marvel. Definitely read this one. This is a solid character. Definitely stayed in my pull list for a while. This is what I was talking about earlier. This is a book you need. This is the a guide to the Marvel Ultimate, the Marvel Multiverse. You need to read this if you want to understand Secret Wars and a lot of places where a lot of these characters are come from all the stories. It goes anywhere from, Ultimate Mr. Fantastic to a few of the other, like Thorg, which is basically Thor Frog. Um, just differently. Teen Hulk, Old Man Logan. There's a lot of smaller known titles and a lot of bigger titles in here, but there's a lot of stuff that if you don't really know it and you're wondering where these characters are coming from when you're reading their stories, you definitely need to pick this one up. Definitely for some solid reading and some solid backstory. So definitely a recommendation. Um, this one's kind of cheating because it came out last week or the week before, but I missed it. But I got it this week. I Hate Fairyland #1 by Scotty Young. I don't care what you say if it's cheating and it didn't come out this week. I still count it. You still need to read it because it is awesome. It is a tale of Gertrude, a grumpy old woman trapped in a little girl's body. Basically, when she was young, she wished she could visit Fairyland, And this is one of those be careful what you wish for. She got what she wanted. She visited Fairyland, but she wanted to go home. And they were like, all right, we can get you home. You just got to go on one of those typical magical quests. And that was about 30 years ago. Yeah. Yeah, so she's a little pissed. She's a little pissed. She's a little rude. She's very adult oriented as a child, and I definitely think this one is awesome. It's funny, it's great, it's pure Scotty Young. The art is amazing, the color is amazing, and the story is hilarious. Definitely check this one out. Scotty Young is amazing. Pick this one up. Now, my favorite book this week is something I didn't think I would get into because it usually like horror stuff or really crazy stuff like that doesn't get to me. But this, I thought this was gonna be Black Magic #1. I thought this was gonna be like super occult, super horror, cheesy and crappy like that, and I hate that kind of stuff. But I was surprised by how awesome this was. This is the story of Rowan Black, a detective for Portsmouth Police, and she is also a witch. So you're getting some interesting story there. But basically, this is revolving around who she really is, her past, and where she's going, which basically you can get from the little blurb for about the comic. But the really interesting part in this is she. You would think like a story like this, it would start off as she's like amnesiac. She doesn't know what's going on and everything. Oh no, she knows completely what's going on, and it puts you in a position if you are trying to figure it out from an outsider's perspective looking in, and it is so good. Greg Rucka and Nicholas Scott have made an awesome book in this one. This is going to be my recommendation, and definitely in time for Halloween, even though this is a little past it. Definitely want to check this one out because this is awesome. Read this book. This is my pull. If you don't pick anything else up, pick this one up. Trust me, pick it up. It's awesome. With that, that's it for the poll this week. It was a short one. I wanted to get it out and get it out to you guys quick because, again, life took over. I will be back next week with more for you and maybe a bit of a longer one and a few extras. So with that, I'm out. Those are your pull lists. Please read them. Check them out. Like this video. Comment below to let me know how I'm doing. Anything you want me to read. Subscribe to the channel. And I will see you again soon. Everyone, take care. Be good. Be easy.